we all get along.
Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus now bundled together. The greatest stories and characters, the largest.
She rattled the ice in my plastic cup. I said yes, man, fill her up. Tell me something good I don't know. 'Cause this world's been kicking my behind. Life ain't been a friend of mine. Lately I've been feeling kinda low. And she looked back over her shoulder, pointing at the sign hanging up on the wall that said everything's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. And nobody's gotta worry about nothing. Don't go.
Hey, Greg, do we have a special guest?
Ain't worth the feeling.
Say it again.
Do we have a guest that I need to add?
I can't hear you.
Do we have a guest that I need to add?
Hello. Can anybody hear me?
All right, all right. Good morning. I am excited today. I don't know why. I think because we're going to determine our destiny today. For the rest of this quarter, we're going to chart a course and then follow our plan and then make fourth quarter be better. So I'm going to jump right in. We've got the audience building. We've got a couple more people that need to be let into the room, maybe. Alrighty. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen, get started. I got some fun stuff to talk about. You know, I'm gonna start with quotes. So there you go. That's not what I wanted. This is what I want. I don't know why I left the lightning up there. I should put the bucks up there. Tuesday, October 6th, we are 6 days into quarter four, which means we have 94 more to go. 84 more to go. All right, let's jump in. Present. So I get bigger. So anyway, Mike Ferry has been a mentor of mine for years and years and years. And when he first started working, he worked for Earl Nightingale. And you know what we ought to do one of these days coming soon is play The Strangest Secret. The Strangest Secret. If you haven't heard that thing, go to YouTube and look it up. Earl Nightingale, The Strangest Secret in the World is that you become what you think about. And he just does about an hour and a half long tribe on the strangest secret in the world. And it's really a good psychological listen. Earl was a devout reader and studier of human behavior and continually worked to help people live a better life and succeed at a higher level. He produced hundreds and hundreds of great quotes. And I thought it'd be fun this week to share some of his. Don't let the fear of the time it will take to accomplish something stand in the way of your doing it. The time will pass anyway. We might just as well put that passing time to the best use possible. Think about that for a brief moment. It's going to take a long time to establish your real estate career. You know, look at our superstars. Look at the Aisas. Look at the Andys. They're not overnight successes, guys, but they started in and over time became wildly successful. But it takes time. So don't wait. Don't not get started because the time isn't. You don't have the time. Earl always stated that success is the progressive realization of a worthwhile goal or objective. He constantly said that attaining the goal is important, but it's a journey we're on that's most important. That's really true for a good real estate career. The progressive realization of a worthy goal or objective, which we're going to talk about in a moment. Everything begins with an idea. Thoughts become things. You'll find boredom where there is an absence of good ideas. Interesting. Whatever we plant in our subconscious mind and nourish with repetition and emotion will one day become a reality. That's powerful, because what are you planting in your subconscious mind consistently and repetitively? I suck, I'm not good enough. No, that's what you want to put in your mind. I'm amazing. And I'm really kind of proud of the whole team here. Thomas is sending out quotes every day, and Shalik is sending out quotes every day. Chris is sending out quotes every day. It's nourishing our minds. And 6, and this is one of my favorites and something I talk to him about constantly, you are at this moment standing right in the middle of your own acres of diamonds. My dad taught me the story of the acres of diamonds, and it's slipping my mind right now. But the fact was, a guy was totally out searching for wealth, and he traveled all over the world trying to find his acres of diamonds, and he never found it. And then he came home and was digging his backyard, and guess what he found? Diamonds. Your acres of diamonds is right where you are now, right? The office you're in, the market you're in, the subdivision you're in, it's what you make of it. You're standing in the middle of your acre of diamonds, and we all are right now. All right, let's see what the facts are. I don't like all the bullshit I hear. I'll give you a political commentation now. The debate made me sick, right? Because it's all bullshit. These are facts. We took 123 listings in August. We took 120 listings in September. Pretty damn good, par, and a very tight listing market. Problem, we started August with 426 listings. We started September with 301 listings. That's a challenge, guys. There's a ratio out here. A listing right now is probably good for 2 sales. And if our inventory is down by a third, our sales are going to be down by a third. We did 311 sales in August, 254 sales in September. So that's about a 15% decline, but it gets better. And I did a breakdown. LS is listing sold, BS is buyer sales. Get your mind out of the gutter. We had 145 listings sell in August and 166 buyer sales in August. We had 120 listings sold in September and 134 buyer sales in September. So you see there's a ratio. We're selling more buyers than listing because it's a seller's market. Sales, we did $2.5 million in sales in August and $2.1 million in sales in September. So that's down a little bit. Pendings, we started August with 533 pending contracts. We have 502 pending contracts. Do you see a relationship here between 502 pending contracts and 301 active listings? Crazy. We closed, what do you see these stats? We closed $2.187 million in August. Probably a company record. September, we did 1.979 million. Probably a company record if August wasn't so good. But look what happened in 19. August of 19, we did 1.2 million. September of 19, we did 1.3 million versus 1.9 versus 2.1. What does that tell you? So no pandemic in August and September last year, and we had a 50% increase in business in August and September of this year. I hope you guys weren't sleeping during this boom of the market. Okay, so here's where the strategy comes in. Credit to my brother for writing these questions. And we're going to talk about this. And I've asked all the managers to follow up with this too. What does your ultimate Q4 look, feel, sound like? This is the time to take off your hat and start dreaming a little. I had to go to Mirror Bay yesterday to meet with a customer because he's upset because his windows are in, they're not installed, and we can't drywall because the windows aren't in, and we can't get inspections because the drywall's not done, and you know all that stuff holds up everybody's problems. So I get called in and we talk, and something just for me to share with you. I love my house, right? I really do. It's been rapidly updated, but there's still some bones that are bad. And I'm looking at these new homes, and man, oh man, these windows are gorgeous. And they put this wood on the ceilings on the patios. It just looks super, super nice and coastal. And, you know, they got those really cool railings and all this new stuff. My railings are 20 years old and they've been painted and they got mold and algae and I can't clean them anymore and they're peeling and they look like crap. So ultimately what I want to do is earn some extra money and update my house. That was going to make me happy. So one of my Q4 vision boards is to earn some extra cash to get these things done, right? So that's what I want you to think. And that's me being materialistic and money driven. And I know it, and I am what I am. But some of you might want to donate to the American Cancer Society. Some of you might want to donate to Easter Seals. Some of you might want to save for your grandchildren or your children's education. Some of you want to put your kids in private school. Whatever it is, what would your ultimate quarter four look like? We see all the quotes going around. Thoughts become things. Start thinking that way. Quarter four, you just saw it. Look, 1.3 million September last year, 1.9 million. That's a $600,000 difference. That's a 50% increase. 600,000 is a percent of 1.3. Like a 45% increase in business year over year in a pandemic, and international travel shut down. What do you think is going to happen when the South Americans and the Europeans are able to come to Florida and buy real estate? Hold on. Jeff was right. Get listings, get listings, get listings. Question two. So question one, I'm tasking you, Will, at the bottom, each and every one of you answer these 4 questions. What would your ultimate quarter four? Just dream and see what it feels like. Put the thought in the universe. Activate your reticular activating system. 2, how much dollars do you need to make this happen? Right? I know what mine is, and it's a lot. Number 3, what is the number of transactions you need to make this happen? Oh, that's interesting. We're going to use an average of a $7,000 commission check, right? $7,000 check. So if you need to make 70,000 bucks, that would be 10 transactions this quarter. Wow, how cool is that? That's only 3 a month, 3.17. Number 4, what do you feel is the easiest path to get there? So go back and watch Jeff and Mike's training yesterday when we talked about which paths you're going to take, and pick one and become a master at it. So I've asked all the managers to talk to everybody. Let's get answers to these questions so then we can work together to help you have the ultimate quarter four ever, because the market's here for us now. All right, I'm not going to replay this today because I got a lot of things to talk about. I want to do 3 things before I get to the managers. Number 1, best practices. I tell you, I have a lot of accountability partners that hold me accountable to things that I do, and I take notes, and it would be remiss if I did not share them with you. So Zillow is amazing. I mean, it's good to know who you keep your enemies close and your friends close, your enemies closer. Not that Zillow's the enemy, but I'll tell you what, they are on the move, and they are trying to reinvent the real estate business, and they're trying to make all the people on the planet their customer. But they really want to partner with us, is the words that they're using. But the fact of the matter is, we get a lot of internet leads, and I have the opportunity to listen to a lot of these calls, and for the most part, we're not very good at it. Not we as a company, we as an industry, right? So this is a list, and what they want me to do, which I don't think I'm going to do, and they want me to beta test, and they want me to commit to listening to every call and then rating every call to see how these patterns pass out. So this is what Zillow has put together to say, what makes a good internet lead call? So I thought I should share that with you. So the internet lead should have a professional greeting. Did the agent introduce their name and brokerage and proactively acknowledge, I got to move this lens out of the way here. Proactively acknowledge why the customer is calling. Hi, this is Craig with Century 21. I understand you're calling about 123 Any Street. That's all you have to say. Acknowledge them, give them your name. Appointment. Did the agent ask for an in-person or virtual showing appointment immediately after greeting the customer? That's what they found. Best practice. Hi, yes, when would you like to see the property? Ask them right then and there. And then what Zillow's doing, and just Zillow's one, Realtor.com, Century 21, they're all the same. They're tracking what the customer's behavior or what they're doing. The reason they're calling is because they want to see the house. There's no other reason. They know the taxes, they know the bedrooms and baths, got the pictures, they got all that crap. Location. Did the agent ask what other properties the customer would be interested in seeing? So insider tip. They found that a lot of people will set an appointment early on, and then that's great, but they don't show up and they cancel. They found that if you spend 6 minutes on the phone with the customer, the appointment will be sticky, which means they'll keep the appointment. So keep that in mind. Motivation. Did the agent ask what interested the customer about the properties? So what was it about 123 Any Street that caught your attention? Oh, that big backyard, we want to do a fancy resort pool. We need a big yard to do it. Cool. Fancy resort, cool pool, big yard, awesome. Bonus, did the agent offer to identify, there's a couple other homes in that neighborhood I've seen that would be really good. I was listening to a call the other day. It was Jack Marola, and it was awesome because that property the guy was calling on, Jack had already seen, and he'd seen other homes in the neighborhood, and he was able to talk about other homes that might be interested to that same buyer. And the call went on and stayed. Did the agent pull up the property and interrupt the conversation flow? The answer you want there is no. They said the worst thing you can do is say, let me get to my computer and look it up. It makes you look like a moron because they think they're calling the listing agent. So don't even think about the house. It's all about the location and the neighborhood search and all that stuff. It's not the house. Don't bother looking it up. Did the agent attempt to discuss property specifics? Don't even try. You don't know the specifics of the property. They're calling on some zip code somewhere. Did the agent take a reactive approach rather than a proactive one? They want you to build rapport and offer to help. Did the agent ask if the customer is working with another agent? They want you to find that out in the beginning. Because a lot of times you set an appointment, then you find out they got another agent. Did the agent discuss buyer agency? They said this is not the time to do that. You get that in your first person meeting. And then lastly were the next steps confirmed and date and time set before the end of the call, whether virtual or in person? And they're saying virtual is just as good as in person. So anyway, that was a very interesting summary of what my Zillow coach told me. So if you'd like, I'll send this out. Send me a chat if you'd like me to send it out, and I will make sure that I do that to everybody. Next image. Let's do this. Let's see. I got two more things I want to cover that I did. I listened to Jared James is a pretty positive guy moving up, and he did a class on finances yesterday. And I'll tell you right now, I don't agree with much of what he said, but I'm going to tell you what he said, and it's going to make you think, and it's going to make you think a little bit differently. There were basically 3 takeaways from his hour-long call. It started with feelings are the enemy of your finances, right? We'll get more to that later. He said 47% of all people have less than $400 in their bank account. Wow. 47% of all people in the United States have less than $400 in their bank account. And then he said, but they have a new iPhone, right? This is interesting. Number one thing to do, you need a simple P&L statement. You need to know your total revenue over the last 12 months, and you need to know your total expenses for the last 2 months. You just need to know that. So one of your exercises from me is going to be find out what your total revenue was for the last 12 months and subtract your total expenses, and what's left over is your very simple profit, right? And use your household income and all of your household expenses. And that's a baseline to start. Number 2, he said, you need, if you're going to be successful in real estate, which you all plan to be, you need an LLC or an S corp, right? You're going to save money on taxes if you're making money in real estate and you have an LLC or an S corp. So that's 2. Number 3, you need a business bank account. And your business bank, so every time you get a check, this is what he says to do. Put 25% in your business bank account. Put 25% in your personal checking account. Put 35% in your tax account. And put 15% into a savings or investment account. Wow, what does that mean? That means you got to live on 25% of your income. So when you go through your profit and loss statement and you find out that you need $10,000 a month, it really means you need $40,000 a month. So that might wake you up a little bit. So I thought that was very cool. I'll stop on this one. I'll go to realtor.com in a minute, but let's hear from our peeps. So I'm going to flip a chat real quick. Send me that Zillow phone pattern. Oh yeah, well, please. Oh dude, I'll send it. You asked for it, you got it. Stop sharing. All right, management team. Let's, Kat, you're on my upper right. So you're first.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Good advice on the profit loss sheets. If anybody needs help with that, I'm the guru of corporations and LLCs. I got a bunch of them. Not bragging, I'm just putting it out there because if you want to have some money in your bank account, come talk to me because I can show you the magic and how to do it. Craig's right on about making sure we know what our expenses are. knowing how much we need for our savings, how much we need for our taxes, how much we need to live on. We don't talk about that enough in this industry, and we really need to. So anybody that ever wants to talk about an LLC or PA, I'm not saying I'm going to set one up for you. What I'm saying is I understand it. I've done it for many, many years, and I would love to help you with it. Sarasota and Lombo Key, we are the GOATs. What does that mean? Greatest of all time agents instead of basketball or football or any of those things. We are, as of last year, our GCC close was $545,335.88. Now that's January 1 through October 5th of, let me see, of 2019. This year we closed, and we're not even into the end of the year, $751,111.60. That's 90 units. Now we have a vision board. We've got it up on the board real quick. I could flip it around, but I don't want to suck up everybody's time. What we need is 3+ per agent. How do you do that? I want 33 more deals a month. Break it down, each agent, 30 of us, each one of us could easily pop in another 3 deals a month plus the 3 or 4 that we're already bringing in. This will get us to Centurion. This will get us to another 1.52 million close. So that's the goals over here. And just a quick shout out, I have on the board Martin Namoski, 2 closings and 3 more listings coming. Jesse Griffin, new listing, 3 pending. Shelly has 2 closings and 3 pendings. Yvonne Roca, another closing, another listing. Neil Witz, 3 pendings, new listing. Karina, 2 closings. Delia, 2 closings, 2 pending. Lorene, 3 closings, 1 new listing. Carol Manzano, she's killing it, 2 more closings. Denise Gutman, my brand new agent, she just had a nice closing. Michael Zapato just had his first closing. Chad Ramsey, 2 more closings. Jimmy Lemert, he's killing it, 1 more closing and another new contract. Thoughts, steps are the words of the day. Small steps lead to big journeys. We are here to help you through the journey, through your success. And by taking those little steps, it'll lead you to the bigger journey together. And success is there. It's in your hands. We've got this. Let's kill it. Let's do it, Sarasota Longboat. That's all I got.
Love it. Going down to my right, Deborah Haley.
Good morning, everyone. I hope everybody's having a great day. This is such an awesome time. In our past, Craig, every September we go, oh my God, are we going to make it through September? Because it's always a slow time for us. It's sure changed this year, and we're all very fortunate to have what's going on. Last week, I did a shout out about Jeff. The week before, I really gushed over Craig. So this week, I'm going to gush over Thomas. If you can put your handsome face on there, I need to talk about you. Because I have watched you since 2014 when you joined the company, and your goal, I knew back then, because you told us you wanted to open your office with Craig. You had to work at least 3 years prior to opening a brick and mortar. You showed so much persistence and passion in this business to do what you wanted to do. You had your goals set and you really achieved them, and you were able to open your office in 2017. And I'm so proud to have watched this journey with you, because this is so hard to do when you're opening offices. And so shout out to you, Thomas. You are amazing. You drive your office with passion and caring, and I think you're going to rock it to very big success in their future. So great job, Thomas. My agents, you guys are, oh my God, we have probably 100 listings left in Sun City Center. We have been on fire. We've got agents in multiple offers right now. I can start naming the whole list, but I can tell you a majority of the agents are working right now. And if you're not working, you should be, because it's a great time to be in the market and to start making money.
Well, aren't there like 15,000 homes in Sun City Center?
Yes.
And there's only 100 active listings?
Yes, and out of that, we got about 40 homes. The rest are condos. It's
wow.
Like, holy cow. I know. Inventory has dropped like a rock. And it's not because we're getting listings right now. We've had a great abundance of listings coming in over the last couple of weeks, but they're selling like that. And so the fast as they come on the market, they go into pending. So you're not seeing that full story in MLS unless you start doing some research, because there are When I looked Friday on active listings, there's like 120 active listings. I mean, not active, I'm sorry, pending listings, pending contracts. That's more than the active listings in the market right now. If we keep going, we'll be out of inventory totally. But we are getting listings, and so just keep it up, because I've never seen it like this good. So I'm hoping this will last for us, actually, for the next year. We need to make up for some lost ground this year. So
Well, a big
great
benefit
job.
for you is we should probably make you do this for me. Do a little research and find out how many new home communities are within a 10-mile radius of your office and how many home sites are in those communities.
I will
mean,
do that.
there were probably 6,000, 7,000
Oh, at least.
home sites that are developed, ready to be built right now.
Yep,
Not to
At
mention
least.
the 4,000 or 5,000 that have been built in the last couple of years.
absolutely. We've
So-
probably got about 30 builders around us, at least that, just from Riverview down to Parish. And oh my goodness.
Guys, this is important for all of us, because if inventory is going to be that shy, your ability to identify and know the new communities is going to be important, because new
Yeah.
home sales is what's going to pull us out of this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just selling Tom and Mary's house so they can buy another one down the street is not adding inventory.
Yep.
We only add
And if you-
inventory when we build new houses.
Yeah.
And there's a huge, this is a big deal. And I want you to be educated to talk about it. This is real shit. A friend of mine, neighbor, who just sold his house, is moved to North Carolina. We put his house on the market. We took it off the market a year ago at $785. He rented it for $4,000 a month for a year. The tenant was getting ready to move out. We put it on the market at $829. It sold that night. And I was talking to him, and he's now the president of My Homes in North Carolina. And one of the things they need are dishwashers. And dishwashers are required to get a CO. And MI Homes is a nationwide home builder, and their key supplier is GE. And GE can't deliver dishwashers to them right now. GE is 600,000 units behind. So they're going to switch their corporate account to Whirlpool. And Whirlpool reported they are 1 million units behind.
Mhm.
So when you shut down a global economy for months, and then you reopen it months later, and at half the workforce, because you can't be 6 feet apart, it's hard to build machines, right? So globally, the supply chain disruption, we have not felt the end of it yet, which is going to do what to pricing? It's going to drive all the prices up.
Absolutely.
And the same thing's happening with lumber. The same thing's happening with doors, hardware, plumbing fixtures. We shut down a global economy for months, and we don't produce all of our own stuff. So just be prepared. And I had to have this conversation with the customer yesterday I was telling you about. I mean, we can't get laborers, and we can't get mean at the window installers. Say, get your ass out here. We're not working with you anymore, because there's no penalty in that. He just said, screw you. We're not coming out at all. And then we're stuck. So these are real supply challenges that buyers and sellers need to be aware of.
Mhm.
So I just think it's important to say.
Yeah,
Cool.
And I think that, the new home builders, you're gonna see them slowing down on being able to pull houses out within 90 days, 120 days. I think that build out time is gonna be 6 months to 9 months now. So plan on that if you're gonna be building it with a new home builder. Just, you're right, that's our challenges. What good challenges.
Joe Diener.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Craig, piggyback off of what you were saying about needing more business and stuff, and off of what Jeff was doing the other day on his training. We all have our pillars of business that we have that are doing really well, identifying those. But let's identify a pillar maybe that we're uncomfortable with, like FSBOs or any one of those that we can maybe test ourselves and go do it. We're not going to hurt anything by knocking on a door. The worst it's going to say is we're not interested. All right. So my saying for today is you miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So take a shot and expand your business. It might not affect the fourth quarter, but it will affect your first quarter. anything you do now will affect definitely your first quarter. And it's always great to start off the year hot. That's all I got to say. Good morning.
Good words. Otis Pass.
Good morning. Joe Diener stole my notes. No,
Okay.
no, Joe and I have been talking about pillars and so forth, and you know, I couldn't agree with him more. And then going back to what he said about Jeff's questions and so forth, we as a management and as leadership, we want to make sure that with all the work that we are doing, that we also have a direction. Because sometimes you can get in the fishbowl and you forget about it, and you don't reflect on the bigger picture, your why, your business model, how it could change. Look around you, see how the economy is changing, things of this nature. That's important also, to just take a breath, look at the big picture, refocus, and then make the necessary changes that will help you be successful with this market as it changes. Like you said, Craig, getting to know the builders in those neighborhoods, that's important in this market right now, because that's where a lot of the inventory is. And once you put them there, I mean, you get a buyer and you think they're going to go off the reservation, sign them up with every builder. Make sure you protect yourself, things like that. But other than that, you know, I'm seeing a lot of positive actions by a lot of the new hires and our active agents alike, where they're looking at getting better at listings. They're looking at their business models and what we talk about with pillars. You may have one or two pillars that can help you with this market, but when the market shifts, what is the next pillar that's going to support your business model? And so one of the things Joe said was FSBOs, expireds. And then I also say, go after your institutional listing opportunities, your attorneys, assisted living facilities. There's a lot of different, you can sign up with BPOs. Those are all opportunities with institutional listings that will constantly feed you. And that can just be its own pillar. It doesn't have to be your whole business model, but it's a pillar there for you. And so those are all ideas to go get listings, because we are focusing on getting more listings. So that's my 2 cents. Joe, you stole my notes. No, I'm just kidding.
Good.
Have a good day.
Chris Reed, how are you going to speak to us? I got a headset on.
Yeah, sorry, we got to go through about 5 steps to make sure you don't blow everybody's ears out here. Good morning. Good morning. So we've been sharing with you our goals over the last 2 weeks, what we're looking to do here in Apollo Beach. So, in short, it's basically an additional $2 million in commission on top of everything that we have pending. That's what we're looking to add to the pot, which is going to be about 250 more sales on top of everything that's pending at an average commission of about $7,800, $8,000. So those are our goals. We've already got people in the room that have marked on our board that they've put their sales up. So we've already have people that have done 2 of those 3 already, added 2 more to the pot in the first week. So if you don't think it's possible, there's plenty of people doing it. My message for today that I sent out to the team is just something really simple. And I actually had to slap myself around a little bit today to make sure that I did this as well, because I'm just as guilty as everybody else for not focusing on what's good in life. So the message I sent out this morning is, what's one thing that can make a difference in the quality of your life today? And it could be something just as simple as choosing to find the good in everything. What's right is always available, and so is what's wrong. So every moment you have a choice. Find the good in a moment or focus on the bad. Which one are you going to do? Just remember, even a problem can be a gift if you learn from it. So this morning, just to share with you, the saying is, all good things flow into my life, was the affirmation. If you can tell yourself that throughout the day, all good things flow into my life. And just to share a personal story this morning, I get a call from my wife. She just pulled out of the daycare, dropping my son off. Her tire pressure is going down. And for those of you who don't know her, whenever she gets a little stressed, she cannot focus and doesn't take direction and doesn't listen, and she gets flustered. So it's difficult. And I started getting just as flustered. And it's difficult. So what I really had to train myself to do after she hung up on me, because I was probably not being as nice either, was, hey, there's a lot of good that comes out of this. She could have got into a wreck. She could have been an hour and a half, 2 hours away and not right around the corner for me to go help her. So the good in this is I have an amazing, wonderful woman who is absolutely safe and sound and protected and taken care of by all of the amazing energy around us. So find the good in everything. Another thought for you, whenever think about this, we have children that they come home with a report card and they have an A and an F. And what do we always do? we always berate them for the F. We always tell them that you need to do better at the F. You need to bring the F up, but we don't do enough praising for the A's. So give yourself the praise for everything that you've done amazing and awesome. Celebrate in that every day. Focus on the good. Just because you're not good at something doesn't mean that you need to get better at it. It just means you need to put more emphasis and compound on the things that you're great at. And let's do more of those things. So that's your challenge for today. Focus on everything that's good. When you feel yourself getting frustrated and having some struggles, find the good in that moment because it's there. You just have to start training your brain to find it.
That's right. Very good. Thank you, Chris. Let's go to Ashley, then Mike, then Jeff.
Woohoo, it's not Thomas this time, but it's still Chris. That's not fair either to go after him. Okay, I just wanted to touch base with everyone to remind the new agents that have been coming on board with us that I'm going to be reaching out to you to schedule a one-on-one with you for about 15 minutes. That's all. So if you get a text message from me or a phone call, please respond so I can get you on the calendar and get that knocked out. It's talking about incoming and outgoing referrals and our company policies as a whole. Also, Prime Street is going actually pretty well, guys. We've already gotten 11 leads come in within that week that we had launched it. So those who have that are on that team right now and have engaged enough to sign a 2-page document, watch a 30-minute video, and take a real quick test and download the app on your phone, you've been getting, they've started to get a few people multiple leads. So if you have not completed that, please do so ASAP. And we will be expanding that team shortly as well. Any questions, managers can come to me and we can touch base about that. So Agent Exchange, remember the Agent Exchange app where our agents are going to be picked exclusively by your counterparts all over the country. We already have had 2 of those close. So congratulations. Kim Bowden was the first one to close and Susie Witt-Zigman was right after her. So that's great. And it's an awesome new extra tool. So make sure that you're downloading that app and everything as well. And then everybody has mentioned the word problems a few times today. And I was in a seminar with somebody recently that said, if you can fix a problem with money, it's not really a problem, right? Because we are in a business where we can go make more. So you guys, have a lot less problems today. You're welcome.
Hey, a couple of kudos. You know, the relocation department mid last year was closing about 50 transactions a month. About 30 of those was USAA, which means we lost more than half of our business. And Ashley has made it a point to go out and acquire different relationships, more relationships. So she brought in Prime Street, she brought in Veterans United, and I was looking at the business yesterday. Those 2 new sources have generated probably 70% of the relocation business we're getting right now. So we're back into the 30 units per month. And guys, this is relevant to every one of you, whether you're on the A team for relocation or not. Knowing these, just look at the market. People are moving to North Carolina. They don't know who to go to in North Carolina. All you got to do is inject yourself in with an outgoing referral and, you know, talk to Laura Wolf. I mean, she made $20,000 extra last year just from referrals.
And Lauren Fletchman was like $100 or $200 behind her. So she was right there. I mean, these are awesome agents that we all look up to and they're utilizing it and understand the value in it. So that's wonderful. So
it's top of mind. That's what we keep reminding you of.
And I've always been one of those people that doesn't want to put all my eggs in one Cardis basket per se. But the business changes just like our, you know, nationally as well as locally. So once again, it's not a problem if you can fix it with money. So just go make some more.
I like it. Thomas. Thomas, you available? There he is. You're muted though.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. First, I just want to say thank you, Deb. I appreciate the niceties. I like the comments, and I appreciate you because I can remember coming down to the Sun City office and you running me through some of the trainings and things that you do on a day-to-day basis that has helped me as well. So thank you. And I also believe that, you know, together everyone achieves more. So I wasn't what has occurred with the Brandon office took a team effort. First of all, was Craig, Jeff, and the Beggins family accepted me as a co-owner with the company, and everyone else that has helped us to get where we are today. So thank you. Second, I just want to talk about we're talking about goals here, and goals. It's so exciting that everybody's getting involved and getting the teams involved to hit record numbers. I just want to keep in mind that we really don't have 3 months, okay? Just keep it of selling days, all right? We have about 60 to 65 selling days, give or take, to close by December 30th, okay? Not December 31st. We're not trying to do anything on New Year's Eve. We want to do it, if we could do it before Christmas, let's do it before Christmas, before the holiday. But keep in mind that for us to get these 2 to 3 sales, we need to be working on that right now, with, I guess, today being the 6th, so that's 25 days left in the month of October. And we probably got about, Craig, what do you say, about 25, 26 days in November, give or take, you know, with the
I think we
holidays.
only have 45 days. I think we're in a 45 days closing cycle. We're already 6 days
Right.
in the first, we have 39 more selling days left, if you want to check this year.
Exactly. So with that being said, we got to get on it. There's no time to waste, okay? So what I want to say is, don't think about what can happen in a month. Don't think about what can happen in a year. Just focus on the next 24 hours in front of you and do what you can do closer to be where you want to be. And that's all I got to say. Have a great day.
Awesome. My brother, bring it home.
Yeah, the Puma in front of me. Skipped
No,
over the mic.
Puma's doing a recruiting interview.
Oh, cool. Well, good. Well, then they were good. So real quickly for me, you hit it right on the head. When you sell somebody's house and they move into another one, you don't really help the problem. And I'm really, really nervous, and I'm breaking out with the beach team after this and the Pinellas team. But it's all of our neighbors. As soon as these borders open back up and travel starts again, guys, we have a huge problem. So what I'm focusing on with the group over here is, like, this is the Remind app. Find an area, a location, and just put mental barriers up around. I don't care what neighborhood it is, but get to know everybody in there. And the first ones to know are the out-of-state owners, because when they sell, they add a positive inventory to our marketplace, right? Because they're not going to buy another one. Most likely they're selling their house. They live in Chicago, they're selling their house here. We have more inventory. So we're going to get a flood of buyers coming in, guys. A flood. So please hit the out-of-state owners. All of you have them in every neighborhood that we have right now. Go into Remind, find the absentee owners, and then get their forewarned app through Spark, or get Been Verified, or get some other third-party search tool to find their phone numbers and their email addresses, and then go hardcore, all in, full throttle, and go talk to them. Go 10, 15, 20 of them a day. Guys, you're going to have so much inventory, and you're going to be kicked back and coasting through the holidays and through first quarter like you've never seen anything before. So that's simple, easy, tactical, easy to go do. So out-of-state owners, go into Remind, absentee owners, in-state and or out-of-state, and just go chisel down that list and hit every one of them. Once you exhaust that neighborhood, go to the neighborhood next door. That's the simplest thing that I want you guys working on right now. So there you go.
Love it. Okay, back to my agenda. Thank you, everybody. Let's share my screen. Actually, before I share my screen, I'm going to cover, I wanted Puma to hear this too. Century 21 put on an event with Realtor.com where they said the 10 fastest ways to get listings. So get out a pen and a piece of paper and write down 1 through 10. Number 1, consider a 90-day, they called it a CMA-a-thon. That's where you literally go out to your past clients and spend, do 2 or 3 CMAs a day on all your past clients and send it to them and tell them what their house is worth. Can you imagine if you did that for 90 days? Somebody's going to say, holy cow, my house is worth that. And you're going to get listings. So number 1, a 90-day CMA-a-thon. Number 2, the magic buyer letter. If you have a buyer that's looking for an inventory product that's not available, go to Remind and find properties that are like that, like Chris Reed talked about the other day, and write a letter to them talking about how your buyer is financially qualified. Their daughter really likes the playground in the yard. They're looking for this, that, and the other, because a lot of people will acquiesce to a simple, what's it called? Painless sale, a quick and painless sale. They don't want to put their house on the market, but if you get a buyer looking for it, they call that the magic buyer letter. That's number 2. Number 3, become the Facebook neighborhood expert. And they actually said, go do a video with you at the entrance to the community and talk about the benefits of that community and the fact that you need listings in that market. Puma's actually done that. Home Values 2.0 was just write a letter to a farm and send it out with what the home values are and just stay in touch with people that way. Number 5, social posting. They said use a Xactimate, not a Zestimate. So basically it starts out with something saying a letter or a post saying, did you know that the CEO of Zillow sold his house for 40% less than the Zestimate? If you want to know the real value of your home, give me a call, because the public is going to Zillow to see what their values are. And this is Realtor.com admitting this, by the way. 6, this makes a lot of sense. Address the seller's number 1 concern. They can't find a better home. That's why they're not going on the market. So if you can expand their thinking, this is the 10 fastest way to get listings. Find sellers and encourage, empower, educate, and encourage them to upgrade, downgrade, lateral move, whatever, but tell them we can find stuff. So it might mean, as Deb does the research on all the new home communities around, one of my neighbors here is moving to Waterset. He's getting older. He doesn't need the waterfront anymore. And he's doing a lateral move, a 550 house to a 550 house, but it's going to be brand new and in Waterset. Now, he didn't add any inventory because we just traded, but those things are happening. Then they said one of the posts to put up is listing during COVID a bad idea? They actually were talking about how polls on social media get more interaction. So you pose the question, is listing during COVID a bad idea? And let people chat in back and forth, and then you can become the expert to give them the answer. Then they called number 8, Facebook phishing, having 3 convos per day by Facebook Messenger, reaching out, talking to people and getting engagement back and forth, 3 a day. Sounds like our digital marketing guide, daily marketing guide. Another post they suggest that gets traction is, what's your plan? And then email them, has anything changed? And then you talk about job move, working from home, whatever, see what their plan is. A lot of my clients are creating plans. I'd like to know what yours are. And then number 10, this one is pretty simple. Instant/multiple offer marketing. You know, you guys have RealSure, you have OfferPad paying you 3%. Are you using that tool? Hey, I'll get you an offer right now, right? And I like RealSure because let's just put it on the market and try to beat it too. But you've got instant offers. So there's 10 things that Century 21 hired Realtor.com's social media expert to tell you what to do. So maybe some of those will work. I'll type those out if you want to see those. Actually, they're supposed to send me the slideshow, but they didn't. Okay, so that's my point I wanted to talk about there. Now, there's 10 fast ways to get listings. Ojo is live. I'll show you that in a second. Welcome new agents. I'll have my email in a second. Holiday parties. You know, it's just weird. We have to be, I'm in the shower this morning. I'm listening to the radio, and the U.S. Surgeon General comes on and says, look, COVID stops with me. They're saying, even if you are not compromised, and if you do get sick, you're not going to be deadly sick, you could still get the virus and then contribute to sharing the virus if you're not careful. So the more we loosen up, the more we get exposed, and the more we get exposed, the more people we expose. So socially, I mean, we made the decision to do the top agent thing at Margaritaville because it's outdoors and it's very open and spaced, and the hotel convinced us that they're super clean. But then we were talking, Thomas and I, yesterday about maybe doing something with the staff, take them on the boat or something. That's just, it's probably too close to do things like that. So we're wondering what you guys think about holiday parties. You know, what should we do? So you're going to get some polls from your managers asking them how you want to handle this stuff. And my goal is to be sensitive to however you feel, right? If you are concerned, you are entitled to feel concerned. If you are brash and bold about it, just be careful not to spread it. That's it. So speak up when we ask you your opinions on that, please. Spark, I want to put that out there. There's a lot of benefits for realtors. Open enrollment again is 11-1, and you get a special discount because of Century 21. We talked about Jared on managing money. Century 21 learning opportunities is in my email. I'll show you that in a second. I just wanted to call out our top agents are going to Margaritaville next week. The Global Home Recorder's in my inbox. So we'll come back to those inbox questions in just a second. I think I'm going to skip this part for now. I do want to bring up Easter Seals closings for kids. We had Kate on from Easter Seals last week, and we've got a Getting Down to Business virtual event. So I've asked Susie to get me a list of all the agents that are participating in closings for kids. We had a really cool virtual speaking event with a really cool speaker. So I want to make sure you guys get invited to that. Jumping into here, move this up. Non-SOI leads are on the decrease this week. We went from 249 to 227. 42 Century 21s down to 36, 20 down to 19 in Relo, 61 up to 75 in Op City. Hell, if you just sat there and watched your phone with Op City, guys, you can get the extra 3 transactions you need. Sign calls from 45 down to 29. That was a big loss. Zillow Beta from 19 to 22 went up, and Social Ad Engine down to that one. And after hours calls went from 6 to 3. Oops. Happy birthday this week. David Musser from South Tampa on today, along with Candace Vaught from Apollo Beach. Tomorrow, Kathy Foley Franklin on the 7th. Sandra Campbell on the 8th. Eva's Farmer on the 8th, along with Denise Foger from Madeira Beach. Maritza Ortiz, happy birthday on the 9th. Barney Schumacher on the 9th as well. And also Denise Gutman. Noel Richards on the 10th. Yvonne Perez on the 11th. And Lorena Maceda on October 12th. Boy, it's so weird for me to see these names that I haven't met. I hope they've seen me, because I walk around sometimes and say, oh, you're Craig. But I can't see you guys all very much. So it's very difficult because we don't have Begging University to do that. Anniversaries. 1 year anniversary for Scott Robinson, Mandy Kaplan, Doug Evans, and Lindsay Estes. Happy 1 year anniversary. 2 year anniversary for Jacob Ellis, Michael Supardo, Charlie Curtis, Wesley King, and Dana Erdos. 3rd year anniversary for Lana Shackelford. Wow, Lana, 3 years. Thomas, your wife is calling me during a sales meeting, which means she's not watching. Busted. 4 year anniversary for Jamie Wilbur, Natalie Bailey, Martin Demofsky. 6 year anniversary for Arthur Nethicote and Mark Pietras. 7th anniversary for Bob Dean. Gosh, Bob, it seems like it's been longer than 7 years. Joe Haley on 8 years. 9 years for Corey Bullard, 10 years for Carolyn Reddick, 2009, so that's 11 years for Kimberly Topliff, 12 years for Karen Vansel, and 17 years for Siddiqui. Man, that's a lifetime. That's pretty cool. So it's happy anniversary to those people. I got to get to my inbox to cover the new people. There we go. I think I need to restart my machine. This has been running all day long for weeks. Starting here, Blue. Welcome to the Deer Beach team. About Veronica Sierra, born in Tampa, Florida, and raised back and forth from Tennessee to Florida. She's a local market expert and an avid traveler, traveling mainly to Hawaii and California, has expanded her knowledge of luxury and value. Always reminds her that there truly is no place like home. St. Pete and the surrounding beaches has the best of everything: the luxurious city life with fine dining, bay views, sailing, yachting, art galleries, and shopping, and the beach life with laid-back beach days, casual dining, daily sunsets, boating, beach bars, and live music. Welcome, Veronica. Aileen Carmona joined the Sun City Center team. She attended the University of South Florida, obtained her bachelor's degree in business administration. Before graduating college, she had already bought her first home, a fixer-upper, and started her career in mortgage real estate. Her passion has and will always be real estate. I pride myself on being a market expert and a trusted advisor My commitment to giving my clients the best experience when buying or selling their home is my #1 priority. In my spare time, I enjoy going to the beach, hiking, and taking my dog Nemo to the park. My hobbies include home DIY projects, gardening, and learning about health and fitness. Welcome, Aileen, to Sun City Center. These are great bios, guys. So I'm gonna remind you, I think Joe Diener put it out there. One of the things you should do every quarter is refresh your bio. The more and more, so that agent app that Ashley was just talking about. There's an agent in Colorado that has a customer moving to Tampa. They're gonna go on the agent app if you have the app, and they're gonna look up and they're gonna read bios. Oh, this person resonates with me. I think I'll give her a call or him a call. So that's why you wanna keep your bios up and going. Felicia Dallas has joined the Brandon team. Hello, everyone. My name is Dallas. Oh, I'm sorry. Felicia Dallas or Dallas Felicia? My name is Dallas and I'm a Florida native. My beautiful family and I enjoy the many benefits of living in this breathtaking Sunshine State. After a long career in the financial industry, working with various types of loans, such as mortgages, auto, credit card, and business loans, I've had the privilege of learning how to diversify options for my clients. Because of my passion for helping others, I decided to obtain a degree in science and nursing in 2006. I truly believe that making a difference in someone's life is a purpose worth fulfilling. Look, we hired some quality people here. Paul Beach, Neville, born in Grand Cayman, raised in Clearwater, Florida. I grew up loving the Tampa Bay lifestyle. Over 20 years in the Navy and living in several countries, I've only served to strengthen my bond to and for the Tampa Bay lifestyle. Our beaches, our diversity in foods and variety of entertainment and sports teams. Go Bolts, go Bucks. This could be the year. The people as well as family. And the people as well as family. The last several years I've settled in. I've become very knowledgeable about our market, especially Riverview, Ruskin, and the Brandon area. Welcome, Neville. I just want to call it out. Dwayne Hughes is asking to come in for another training class, so I'm going to schedule him for an upcoming Thursday.
Right, I just want to add that Dallas got her first contract already.
All right. We had 21. This is far better than 13 home warranties sold last month. The 21 Apollo Beach office sold 12. Brandon sold 3. Elizabeth Vegas sold 1. Madeira Beach sold 2. Sarasota sold 2. And Sun City Center sold 1. So I'm going to call out these people because if you want to know how to sell a home warranty and protect your customer, talk to Phil, Jim, Nancy, Tina, Tenley, Lauren, Brenda, Jim Graff, Kalani, Aixa, Heidi, and Jackie. All you have to do is make it available, guys. It could really help somebody. So I'm going to ask Dwayne to come out probably next Thursday and do another class for us. Lauren, Dawn Lewis, Mike Moriarty, Mandy Kaplan, Mindy Smith, Carol Manzano, Chad Ramsey, Robin Bennett. These are all good agents, right? So if you just are curious, you're welcome to reach out and see how they do it. And then the last thing I had from my inbox is, the Century 21 email. Oh no, that was last week, sorry. Where's Jody's other email? Oh, this is, sorry. Wrong read. October 5th to the 9th. We missed yesterday. We have lead gen expired listings. Register for a 2 o'clock class today. If you're interested, tomorrow, farming, register here for a class on Wednesday. Finding sellers equals more listings. Register here. And on Friday, 2 classes, letting the brand tools work for you at 1 o'clock, and Mind Over Market with Greg Harrelson and Brian Ellington. Greg Harrelson is a buddy of mine, and he's super, super sharp. And his company actually just moved ahead of us on the rankings, which pisses me off, but I think we'll catch them. Just a little friendly competition there. So I sent this out to you all last week. It was 2 weeks because Jody's on vacation this week. So, sorry. All right. That is all I've got for the greater good of the company this week. Will you guys please play the 4-question game? I'm going to send out the 4 questions again, along with the Realtor.com stats and the Zillow questions. So you'll have a recap of what my 3 points were today. Management team, thank you. I think you're the best in the industry. And let's help our agents reach all their goals for quarter 4. All righty. Happy put it today. They'll blend together Tuesday. Thanks, guys.